So yesterday I sparked a little debate on Instagram whether slow progress is better than fast progress or vice versa. I just want to weigh in on the matter today and just hopefully shed some light on it. And before I start, I just want to stress that any progress is good progress as long as you can maintain it. So let's get on with the video. So weight loss, should you try and get to your weight loss goal as quick as possible? The answer is going to depend on whether you can maintain that lifestyle that leads up to that. For example, if you're putting yourself in a large caloric deficit and you're burning way more calories than you're eating, then yes, you're going to lose weight very quickly, you are going to get to your goal quicker, but you're definitely not going to be able to maintain that lifestyle, or at least 99.9% of you won't. That will be because you're essentially going to be starving yourself, you're going to be very hungry, you're going to have cravings, and yeah, you're just going to get a bit fed up, to be honest, and you're going to get demotivated, and then you're just going to relapse and just start eating more food again. And when you do that, all the calories are going to come back, and then you're going to gain weight just as quick as you've lost it. Very similarly, this is the same as when people use supplements like Herbalife, Juice Plus, Fit Tea, all that other bullshit. It just creates a massive caloric deficit. You can't maintain a lifestyle. Once you get off of the supplements, once you've got to your weight loss goal, you're just going to put it all back on twice as quick or just as quick as you lost it. So it's just a waste of time. It's exactly the same as that. So slow progress is a lot better in my opinion, because you can be a lot more lenient with yourself. You can put yourself in a slight caloric deficit, 250 to 500 calories, lose a pound or two a week, not be hungry, not have cravings. You can still have your odd cheat meal every week. And yeah, you're just going to be a lot happier, and it's a lot easier to stay motivated if you're actually enjoying it. If you're hungry all the time, you're not going to enjoy the process, so you're not going to want to do it for very long. Okay, so muscle building. Why you shouldn't bulk as quick as possible. So the bulking phase, for those of you that don't know, is when you put yourself in a caloric surplus. If you're doing it properly, you want to put yourself in a slight caloric surplus, again 250 to 500 calories, or maybe a little bit more, depending on your metabolic rate. And you literally just start gaining weight gradually, 1-2 pounds per week, maybe a little bit more in some cases, but you know, it's not recommended, because the more weight you gain quickly, you're going to put on more body fat, and then you build as much lean mass as possible for a few months, and then you start your cutting phase to get down to your most shredded physique, which is again meant to be another few months. You put yourself in a slight caloric deficit. Anyway, going off track, what a lot of people tend to do with their bulking phase, they call it a dirty bulk half the time, but yeah, okay, whatever you call it, they'll just eat anything, everything, and whenever they want it, and you know, a lot of it, and they'll just try and gain weight as quick as possible while still training, thinking they're gaining all this muscle, but they're also gaining a hell of a lot of body fat. Then they get to this massive, bloated, swollen up physique, and then they do their cut. But they don't do their cut properly, they just try and shred down as quick as possible, just like they've tried to bulk up as quick as possible. What happens there? A lot of you might think they might just shred down, they'll maintain a lot of their muscle mass that they've gained because they've gained all this body fat, so obviously the body fat's going to go first, blah blah blah, bro science, bro science, bro science. That's not actually the case. Your body is not fussy when it's getting rid of extra weight. If you're putting yourself in a massive caloric deficit, and it's just going to get rid of what it doesn't need, whether it's muscle, fat, water, or whatever. So if you're putting yourself in the position where you're losing weight that quickly, you're not going to maintain even half of the muscle mass that you've gained on your dirty bulk. So what should you do? Like I said earlier, slight caloric surplus over a few months, gain more lean mass. You don't gain a lot of body fat, so you haven't got a lot to lose, so you don't feel insecure, and you don't want to just get rid of it as quick as possible, so you can start your proper cutting phase and do it nice and slowly. Maintain most of the muscle that you've made, if not all of it, if you're lucky, and yeah, you'll be a lot happier for it. You're not going to feel like bloated, you're not going to feel like shit, you're not going to feel sick, and yeah, it's just going to be a lot easier to carry on working towards your goal, and you can actually maintain a result as well. Okay, strength gain. This is actually quite dangerous to chase your goal as quick as possible. For example, I see a lot of people going into the gym every week and trying to hit a new 1 rep max on their deadlift, just because they're chasing numbers and they want to get to that big number as quick as possible, like 100, 200, 300, 400 kilos, whatever it is for any of you at any skill level. People chase numbers. The problem with this is they don't take the time to learn proper form, proper technique, and you see a lot of the whole cat back, you know, not neutral spine, just ripping it off the floor, hoping for the best. In my opinion, this isn't a deadlift. This is just grabbing a bar and just sort of standing up with it somehow. So you might be thinking, what's your problem? People want to chase numbers, whatever. Problem is, if you actually enjoy lifting, you're not going to be lifting for very long, or as long as you want to be if you train in that way, because you're putting yourself at more risk of injury. If you don't learn more like proper technique and stuff like that, and you're just chasing numbers, it's just a one-way ticket to Snap City, to be honest. So again, set yourself up slowly, learn form, technique, tempo, and then try and chase numbers, but don't pick up any weight that you can't maintain proper form with. That means you're safe, your bones, your joints, your muscles are safe, you're not going to tear nothing, you're going to be able to live for a long time like you want to, and then you're eventually going to hit your numbers goal, but without the risk of injury.